Students, if you would like, you can open your microphone.
Screen. 1, 2. This one.
Okay, we'll wait another 2 minutes for all the students to come. Okay, I can see some faces here. I can see Evelyn, I can see Megan. Some students are connecting, no problem. We'll wait 1 more minute. I see Joyce. Very nice. So hello, Joyce. How are you, students? Happy? Nice to see you, class. I am Joanne. So when you're talking today in the lesson, you can say, hello, Joanne. My name is Joanne. So today we have a very happy, fun lesson, okay? Who is ready to do the happy, fun lesson? Are you ready, class? So today we have a lot of stuff to learn, okay? Lots of fun lessons. Are you ready, class? Okay, so if you need to answer a question, you could put up your hand, you can say your name, and you can answer the question, okay? We have some English writing lesson today, okay? We will learn how to write very, very beautiful lessons, okay? Okay, so class, let's start. All right, I'm going to share my screen. Can you see the lesson? Okay, class, I cannot hear you. Maybe put up your microphones so I can hear you better, okay? Can you hear your teacher? Can everyone hear your teacher? Yes? Okay, thumbs up, thumbs up. All right, class. So let's just go back to the page that I want to teach you. Okay, we're going to learn today about becoming a writer. Okay? Writing is very exciting. All right? There's many different ways to write something and make it very special. Okay? So, there's different steps to your writing. The first step is pre-write. So, before you start writing, you must practice. You can pre-write. You must choose your topic. Okay? Who can tell your teacher, Joanne, some topics that you like to talk about and write about? Who can tell teacher? And say, teacher, I like to talk about. For example, do you like to talk about animals? Joyce, do you like to talk about animals? You can write about your hobbies. Yes? So there's many different hobbies that you can write about. You can write about your writing hobby. You can write about an animal hobby. You can write about dancing. Yes, class? Many different things you can write about, okay? So please remember the first step is to choose a topic, okay? So please remember this is step 1. Choose a topic, okay? This is step 1, okay? Number 1, choose a topic. Very important. Before you choose a topic, you cannot make any writing. Now let's look at step 2, okay? Step 2, we need to write. So the first draft is your practice. Oh, hello, we have another student here. Hello. If you like to unmute and talk to teacher, you can. Don't be shy. Teacher is very nice.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
What's your name?
Adam.
Oh, hi, Adam. I am Joanne. So nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Yes, if you want to talk with your teacher and you want to answer a question, you can answer, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so we're talking about the steps in writing. So our first step was to choose a topic, okay? Our step number 2 is to write. So we need to make our first draft, okay? Class, today, if you want to make any notes, it's okay. If you want to write some notes today from the lesson, it's okay to remember, okay? Next, after we write, we need to revise. Who can tell teacher? Adam, anybody? Who can tell teacher what does revise mean? Do you know this meaning? Revise.
Revive, I know.
Okay, what is the meaning for revise?
Revise. What does revise?
老师在问你啊。
Me?
Yeah.
Who can tell teacher?
If I know. I know a revive.
Yes, who's talking to teacher? Who likes to talk about revise? What is the meaning for revise? Yes? No problems. You need to unmute your microphone. Press the unmute button. Very nice.
Revise means like go over like the writing.
Yes, amazing.
Like
This
double
is
check.
perfect. Who said?
Double checking.
Yes, yes. So class, why is this important? Why? Why is revise important? Is
Like,
revise important?
Mistakes.
Yes,
It is
yes.
important because you won't know that if you get a question wrong, so you could double check and see if you get any questions wrong.
Yes. So it's very important. Did you know some students do not revise? Some students do not revise. They're so fast. They finish fast, fast, fast. Do you think the writing will be good if you don't revise?
No.
No, it will look so funny maybe. Because remember, it's important to use correct punctuation. Yes? Correct punctuation and spelling. Okay? Don't forget this, because if we spell wrong, someone will not understand. Okay, class, please, there's no drawing in the class, okay? So I'm going to turn off the remote control, the mouse, okay? We cannot, teacher turned it off. We cannot write in the classroom, okay? So let's continue with the lesson. The next one is edit, class. Edit. Who can explain to teacher the meaning of edit? Who can tell teacher? What does it mean to edit?
Editing means like to make some changes in your book.
Okay. So do you think editing is important?
Very important.
Why?
It is
Let's put this
important because you might have things that you might have to add or something, or you forgot.
You may need to add something. Actually, your best writing, when you edit it, it becomes very, very, very special. It's so important to make sure that you edit all of your work. Okay? Very nice. So class, I see some students are chatting. Oh, I saw someone wrote an answer. It is important because you might miss something you wanted to write. Very nice. Don't be scared to talk to teacher too. I don't care if you unmute your microphone. You can talk. Don't worry. Don't be shy. Okay, class, let's continue. Edit is very important. And what's the last step? Who can tell teacher? What's the last step that you need to do? Pardon?
Publish.
Publish. Yes. So I have a question. Do you like to read your finished writing to your parents? Or do you like to read it to your teacher? Who do you like to read your writing to?
I don't like to read it to anyone.
Oh, but
Go to my family sometimes when I make my own books.
I read to my
book about energy and stuff.
oh,
family.
okay.
I
I
don't
see one
read
of the
it.
students has a question. Yes, honeys, you have a question, one of the girls? No, I saw your hand up.
No.
Okay, honey, no problem. Okay, so these are the steps for writing, okay? So please don't forget these steps, very important steps for your writing, okay? Publish. Oh, my mic is not working. Evelyn, your mic is not working? No problems. No problems. You can type to teacher, okay? Thank you. Okay, class, let's go to the next page, okay? Okay, I hear some piano in the background. If someone is playing, please mute. Okay, so there's different writings. There's pre-writing, and then pre-writing, you're selecting a topic, okay? So what topic do you guys like to write about? Can you give me some examples of fun topics?
I like writing about animals and how the and about global warming.
Oh, very nice. Adam, you have a question? Yes, I'm listening.
I like to write. I like to make books about anything because I like to make books that are creative, and I sometimes take some knowledge from other books so I could bring it in my own book.
Wow, that's very important.
And
It's
I remember I also made a book about reptiles, but then I lost it.
very nice. It's important to do a topic that you like. If
Yeah,
you like the
I like
topic,
reptiles. I like learning about animals.
And a topic that you know a lot about.
yes, yes. And you can also research more information if you don't know a topic, right?
I took information from a book
Very nice. From a book or from the internet, yes?
because I found this book called Energy. I
Yeah.
thought it'd be interesting to write one. That's why I decided to make my own book called Energy, but instead it's made by me. And I used my own sentences because I can't copy the entire book down.
Very good. Yes, you must use your own sentences. It must be your own writing. You cannot copy from someone else's writing, okay? That's very important. You make the writing your own words, okay, class? Very important. Or else that's called, do you know the meaning if you take someone's work without changing the writing? It's
Copying.
yes, the word for copying is plagiarism. Plagiarism. Class, can we repeat? Plagiarism.
Plagiarism.
Plagiarism. This means you're stealing somebody's work, okay? That's very bad. You cannot steal anybody's work. You will be in big trouble, okay? Not allowed. So let's continue to the next page. So there's different types of writing, okay? Here, you must complete your first draft, okay? So do you want to read this funny story? This is one student wrote a story, okay? Let's take turns for the reading so we can see how the student did the writing today, okay? So who can read for teacher this one? Unmute your microphone and read for teacher this part. Yes. I see maybe Joyce. I don't see the name, but I think so, Joyce. Yes, please, Joyce, read for teacher.
Did you ever think pinching is that pinching?
Yes, very good. Pinching.
Pinching is fun. I did when I learned how to make a pinch pot. There are 4 steps to making a pinch pot.
Very nice. Beautiful reading. Thank you so much. Now, this first part, can you see that this beginning paragraph includes a focus statement? This one here. Okay, if you want to write a note down about this, that's okay. Or you can remember. This is called focus statement. This underlining, focus. What does focus statement mean, class? Can anyone tell teacher? What is the meaning for focus statement? Or teacher can explain to you if you don't know. If you know, unmute your microphone. Huh?
Focus is to to
Need some help? When you focus on a statement, you need to.
Is it the main part?
it's an important statement, right? Why is the focus statement important? I see a student put her hand up. Who put her hand up? Anybody? See somebody put their hands up. If you like, you can unmute and answer for teacher. So in this,
I think it is the main point.
It's a main point because you have to focus so you can like make your story.
yes, and because it
You
says
have to imagine.
yes.
And you focus on that statement.
Why do you focus on the statement? Because this statement will tell you about what?
About what they're going to
About
do in the paragraph.
how they're gonna make it.
They're really trying to they really want you to visualize it.
Yes, they want you to know what the writing will be about, okay? Do not forget your focus statement must be in the beginning paragraph, okay? If you want to write a note about this, don't forget, because teacher will have you write some writing one day, okay? So please remember, focus statement is always in the first paragraph. Class, who can tell teacher why? Why is focus statement in first paragraph? Yes.
So it'll tell you.
Because the first paragraph is the first one you see. And if you put it in the last one, they're not gonna know.
Yes. Anybody else like to add to that? I saw one of the girls had her hand. The first paragraph is the most important because when the students or the teachers or someone is reading, they will know what the writing will be about. Okay?
You have to put it at the beginning. Or no one will know what this book is about.
Exactly what the writing is about. Very important, very important. Okay, class, let's continue. Can I please have a student read for me the second paragraph here up until pinch pot? Who can read this part, please? Unmute
Can
your
I
microphone.
please read it?
Yes, please read it for teacher. Thank you.
Start by preparing the clay. Bubbles can make the clay explode when it's heated in the kiln. Slam the clay on the table a couple of times. This is the loudest part of the process. If there's a whole group making pinch pots, it's one huge slamorama. Next, shape the pinch pot.
The writing was beautiful and the reading was very, very good. I really like the reading because when there was this part, huge slamorama, you made a big sound. It's important when you're reading something that is shouting to use a higher voice. That was very beautiful reading. Now, Fumi writes about the steps in the middle paragraph. So the middle paragraph, you must explain. Remember, the first paragraph told you there was 4 steps. So the middle is the explanation, okay? Very important to explain each step. Now, there's one mistake in the writing. Who can find it for me? I want to see if you can see there's one mistake. It's a small mistake in the writing. Let's see if you can find it. Something is spelled wrong.
Process.
Yes. Very good. I didn't think you guys will see this.
I also found something else that's missing.
Tell me.
Because of like a writing, because they're like steps, you should also have like transition words like first, next, then after that. Because that's what my teacher said. You should always have it in the beginning.
So we're missing transition words like first, then, next, therefore. But don't forget, class, this is a first draft, right? This is a first draft. So you can still correct these things on your second draft and third draft, yes? That's why you need to make many drafts. That's why you cannot do only one draft because you will forget something.
That's like
another thing.
Did Did you see something else?
Yeah, loud is spelled wrong. Instead of U, there's a W.
Oh, I'm trying to find this. Where does it say this word?
Loudest.
I was also thinking of that word spelled wrong.
Oh,
I didn't want to say it.
that's great. Very good, class. See, but this is a first draft, right?
I always have like first draft or like rough copies at my school because when we're doing procedural writing, our teacher always wants to mark our writing, do our spelling correction and other.
Yes.
That's why we always hand in our rough copy. She corrects everything that we got wrong, and then she'll hand it back in, and then give us the real copy. And then we get to do like it perfectly without any spelling wrongs or anything, or sentences not making sense or more suggestions.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Very
你看
important.
听那个
And
音
class,
貌不影响你啊。
oh, someone's making some
他
sound.
那个就
Please
学
mute.
必赢，他一个写作
Let
课，
me see who's talking. It's a
而
little
且
bit loud.
就是一个 first draft。
Excuse me. Okay, class. So that was very good. I'm very proud of you. But just remember that you will not always have a teacher to check your first copy. So you must also by yourself learn to edit your work. That's a part of becoming a writer. You need to learn to edit your work by yourself because one day you will not have a teacher to edit your work. Yes? Now I am your teacher. I will edit your work, but you need to edit your work too when you're older student, okay? And more advanced. And I know now you can edit your work too. You already edited this copy because you are very smart students. Okay, class, I need the next student. Let me change the color to red. I need the next student, please, to read the next part. So we finished here, yes?
Can I?
So-
Can I?
Hi.
Yeah.
Can I?
I don't see the student that's talking. Oh, I see a boy. He has his hand. Oh, okay. I see the girl with the cats. Do you want to read? Okay, because I don't see your names. Okay. Please read for teacher.
Roll out a ball of clay. Push your thumb into the center. Keep pinching and turning the clay. When your pinch pot looks right, flatten the bottom on a table.
Very nice. So what do you guys think about this reading, this part? It says here transitions help to show time, order, and connect details. Do you think this was a good transition or no? I see some students nodding. Yes, you think it was a good transition? Why? Why was it a good transition?
Because it was it. He put in, whoever wrote this put the details in it, and it showed you the instructions.
Yes, the instructions were good and the details were good. However, we're missing some transition words again, right? Did you notice this? For example,
They didn't put first.
yes, or we can also use words like and however, also, right? There's a lot of transition words missing here, but the details are good, right? Don't forget the details are very important in a writing.
I also think it did put like the transition word, but I think it could add some words like connecting words like and or but.
Yes, those are very important. Do not be scared to use and too much in a writing. It's okay. It's okay. If you have many details, you can use the word and. You don't want to use the word and too many times in one sentence though, right? You can't say, and we will do this, and after we will do this, and we will do this, and we will do this. Too many and. Okay, class. Who's the next smart student to read here for teacher in the class?
Can I read?
Can I read it?
I think the girl here, she put her hand up, the girl sitting on the couch. I cannot see your names. I don't know why, but
Get an adult to put your pinch pot in a kiln. A kiln is an oven that fires the clay. The clay hardens in the kiln. After firing, the pot comes out pale white. It is ready for glazing.
Yes. So what did you guys think of this? The details here? They give some more explanation, right? Do you feel like it flowed from the first explanation? Remember, the first explanation was over here, right? Flatten the bottom on a table. And then we went straight to get an adult to put your pinch pot in a kiln. So again, we didn't have any transition words here, but I think it's good because it explained to you the steps. I have done this before, making clay. I made a pottery before with the clay. Did you guys make pottery before?
I have made pottery before.
I've painted pottery, but I've never made.
I've only painted pottery like twice.
I have one here. I will show you. 1 minute, okay? I will show you something I made with pottery. 1 minute. I spent a lot of time on this pottery. It took me maybe 4 hours to make. I'll show you my, see, the pottery was ready and I painted it. Can you see here? So this needed to be glazed. So they needed to put it in the oven. They needed to fire it. The name here is firing. So they need to fire it and then it's ready. You guys like it?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
made a dragon.
Oh, do you have it so we can see? You can show the class if you like. Teacher spent 4 hours to make this. Took very long time.
Wow, the dragon's so realistic.
I
Oh,
made
can't see
a
the
cat.
dragon. Did
I
you-
made a
Oh,
cat,
the
but it
dragon.
lost.
Class, look at the dragon. Can you see? Can you see the dragon? Wow.
The dragon looks so realistic.
Yes, amazing colors.
Thank you.
Wow. Congratulations. Very nice. Okay, class.
I have painted pottery.
Yes, painting pottery is a very nice hobby.
Do you want me to show you?
Yes, yes. Who has the painted pottery here? Let me see.
I have one.
Okay, we'll wait for the student to show us the beautiful pottery. It's a nice hobby to have, and it's very good for you when you finish your studies. You can paint something for some relaxed time. It's important to have some relaxed time too when you're writing the essays, okay? If you don't have a break, your brain will be tired. And then if your brain is tired, you do not do good writing, okay? So please remember. Oh, someone wrote me a message. Let me see. Oh, A+. Oh, someone wrote A+. Very nice. Okay, class, let's go to the next part, okay? Very important for the reading. Who can read to me the next part about glaze?
I didn't get to read.
Oh, who said that? Because teacher has some trouble seeing the names.
I
Who said that? I didn't get. The person who said this, the student who said I didn't get to read.
Adam also didn't get to read.
Oh, what's your name?
Adam.
Adam? Adam didn't get to read? Adam, please read the next part.
Glaze is a weird paint. It looks gray when you put it on your pot. Have the adult put the pinch pot in the kiln again. The glaze will come out smooth like glass, a completely new color.
Very beautiful reading. Thank you. And when teacher didn't let you read, please remind me, okay? Because it's hard to see the names here. It's very important all my students have a turn, okay? I don't want any students to be missing their turn, okay? Very important. So here, class, glaze. Glaze is a special type of paint, okay? They put it on top of your pot. So here, they gave you more details. Do you think that the writing has enough details? What do you think? Or do you think details are missing? What's your idea?
The details are good.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think some are missing because you could say where you can make one.
where you can make your pot? Yes. I mean, there's different places you can go to, different stores. You can even make it at home. Yes, it's important they should mention this. So maybe you can say they can add a few more.
They can also add where you can get like the kiln.
Okay. Yes, because the kiln, I think, is very expensive too. How much it is, where you can get it, because I don't have a kiln. I think
Not many people. I don't think many people do have kilns.
I think they're
Not
very
like those places where you can make pottery.
yes.
What is a kiln again? Because I kind of forgot.
The kiln is that big pot that they make the pottery, but it's very difficult to find. You can only get this, I think, at the store they make the pottery. So it's usually expensive, hard to find.
Can I read the next sentence?
Yes, yes, yes. Please read the next part. Okay, thank you.
Okay. I love seeing a finished pot. It's almost as good as making it when I'm done. When I'm done, all I want to do is start pinching again.
Okay, so this is nice because she's explaining why she enjoys the activity. Do you like the ending of this, or do you think something's missing for the ending of the writing?
I like it. I think
It's
it's a
forgot
bit
a closing
boring.
sentence.
Hmm?
They forget a closing sentence and
Yes.
an introduction at the front of what they're telling at what they're doing. Because they can't just go straight into like first then next. Because you have to first know what they are doing.
Yes. And remember, the ending paragraph must always end with the idea from the beginning paragraph. See, this ending here did not end with much ideas from the first paragraph. You never end with something new. Here, when it says you love seeing the finished pot, it's new information. When you're ending some writing, you must repeat some old information with the new information to close the writing. So yes, this ending is just so and something's missing. Yes. So out of 10, what will you give? How about we do this, class? Out of 10, what will you give the first paragraph?
I think like maybe a 4.
4 out of 10. So the first paragraph you thought was just so, right?
I think 5.
I would give the first paragraph a 6.
2. I think 5.
I'll give it
I
a
think
6.
6.
It was just so
3.
because they included, remember, they included the focus statement, which is very, very good. Maybe it could have been longer, the first paragraph, and maybe a little bit more exciting. The first paragraph, you need to make the person so excited to read your writing. So you need to do a very good job. So it was just so. What do you students think about the second, third, and fourth paragraph, these paragraphs that were explaining the steps?
On the first paragraph, I would say it's like a 5.5 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
Because I want to say it's 6, but I also want to say it's 5 or 4.
Mm-hmm.
7 out of
I
10.
think that second, third, and fourth, I think I'll give it 7 out of 10.
Oh, okay. I see Evelyn put 4.5. Okay. Yeah. So the second one and third and fourth, you'll give 7 out of 10? Yeah, I think so too. It was not bad. It was not bad, the second, third, and fourth. We're just missing some more details. Oh, Adam's son gave it 5.5. We're missing some details, and maybe we need to make some transition words, right? So who else? What else will you guys give the second, third, and fourth paragraph? I'm thinking maybe 7 out of 10, maybe 7.5.
6.1.
6.1. It's not perfect, right?
And I have a question.
Yes, ask teacher your question. Yes.
Like for the second paragraph, like after done, is there a period?
Let me see, which is after done. Let me see which one.
Like the second one, like where it says fun,
tells why she enjoys the activity.
Let me see. I'm trying to find where you're saying, because I know you guys can't underline. Let me see. Can you please read that again? Is it from here? Is it after?
No, it's like on like the other side, like where it says, when I'm done, all I want to do is start pinching again. But like after done, is there a period?
No.
I thought it was.
No, it has to be, when I'm done, can have a comma there, not a period. So very good for noticing this, because that's in the middle of a sentence, right? You never put a period in the middle of a sentence. You must finish the sentence before you put a period. So very good point. You must be careful about your punctuation, yes?
I think she thought that wasn't a that was when it finished the sentence.
Okay. Yeah, it's important. If your sentence is not finished, do not put a period. Be careful with your punctuation, okay? And class, what will you give for the last paragraph out of 10 for the ending, the conclusion?
I think 4 or 5 or 6.
2.5 out of 10.
Maybe 4. It was not, it was nice, but it was not perfect, right?
Yeah.
A lot of things to fix. Okay, class, so you just edited your first draft. See? It's not difficult, right? Just imagine you're writing and you review the writing and you must make all the changes, okay? So how about we do some more learning here? So let's see what the lesson told us we could have changed. You see here, it wanted to make the idea clearer. You can always add more details. More details is not bad. More details is good. So you see here how they added a small bowl called a pinch pot, because maybe somebody doesn't know what pinch pot is. So please, if you want to correct this in your writing, okay, if you want to make this note, I'm just seeing someone wrote some messages here.
My teacher taught us that we could add things and we also could take away things that we don't think will be very good in our sentence.
Yes. Yes. You can add things and take things away. Don't be scared to take things away. And here, this detail to get rid of bubbles, okay? Because here, bubbles can make the clay explode when it's heated in the kiln. To get rid of bubbles, slam the clay. So you needed more detail here. Not enough information, right?
Yeah,
So
because
they
some
added-
people might not know why do you need to slam on the clay on the table.
Yeah. And here they removed this. If there's a whole group making a pinch pot, it's one huge slamorama. You don't need to put this. It's not important. And sounds a little bit too silly, you know? Slamorama, what's this? It's not a real word, right? In your writing, use real words. You don't use things like, you know when someone says wowzers, like wow, don't use funny things like wowzers and stuff like that, because it makes the writing look silly, right? You want your writing to be professional. Okay? So make sure you're doing professional writing. Okay? Now here, what does this mean, class? Do you know? Let me use my arrow. Do you know what this means here? When someone puts this on your writing, what does that mean? I think someone wrote a message here. Okay, class, only write messages that are important, okay? Because teacher checks it often.
Which word are you pointing to?
Okay, let me erase maybe, and let me use the arrow. Maybe you can see better, okay? So I'm pointing at this part here, not a word, at this drawing here. Does anybody know what this means here?
No.
Okay, when someone puts this, that means to use a capital letter. Okay, and also this means a new paragraph has started. So what do you do when you have a new paragraph? Two things. Number one, who can tell?
Put a capital.
Yep, and what's the next thing you do when you start a new paragraph?
And
Huh?
you skip a line?
Not exactly skip a line. Who can tell?
Indent.
Yes.
Indent.
Okay. What is the meaning of indent? That means you make a
Like a double finger space.
A
Two finger
space.
space.
space like this, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now, with the space bar on your computer, just make two, two hits, 1, 2. When you're writing with your hands, with your fingers, you can use your fingers for the space. This is 1 inch, okay? So usually your fingers are good to make a space, okay? So what other mistake did they do in the writing? What does it say here? To form the sides of the bowl. So why did they add this information here? Keep pinching and turning the clay to form the sides of the bowl. Is that important, this detail?
Not really.
I mean, some people might be confused, right? They might say, keep pinching and turning the clay. Why? Why do I have to do this? So remember what I said, more details is good. It's not bad to put more.
Sometimes people won't even know what you're talking about.
Yes, what if it's their first time? Maybe you guys, you did this before, but if it's somebody's first time, they don't understand, they need more details, right? And then here, they added some more steps here. Preparing, shaping, firming, firing, sorry, not firming, firing and glazing. So these were the 4 steps, but don't forget when you're talking about 4 steps, you need to clearly name the 4 steps. They didn't tell us the 4 steps in their writing. They need to say the 4 steps are preparing, shaping, firing, glazing. In their writing, they didn't give this to us. So we don't know.
I think we said that earlier.
Yeah, not enough details. We need the 4 steps. Right? That was big problem. Now here where it says this means getting rid of bubbles, I don't really think that's so important. Don't really have to put it. But the ending here, they're missing a lot of stuff, right? They should have added more to the ending. And here, why flatten the bottom on the table? Well, you can mention then your pot will sit level. Your pot will be at the same level. Yeah, you can mention that. So overall, this was a student that actually corrected another student. Do you think these corrections were good or bad?
Yeah, pretty good.
Pretty good.
I guess 7.6 out of 10.
Good. I think so too.
About 7 out of 10.
I think the corrections were even 8, 8.5. I think they were really good. The only thing I wanted more corrections is a little bit more correction on the first paragraph, maybe just to make it sound more exciting. And the other correction for me will be the conclusion here, because I think the conclusion needed to be much better than this, the ending. But I think overall it was good. If you
I
guys
think
wrote,
we add some details like how do I learn? Where do I learn? Did anybody in my family learn and teach me?
yeah, taught you.
For the
Very good.
people who's writing this.
Very good. So these are different types of things here. So now when you're looking at the final copy, students, if you want to write this down, you can. It's up to you, okay? It's up to you if you want to write this down. When you're looking at the final copy, it's very important to look at ideas. So when you're looking at assessing, you're going to say, do you like the ideas? Is it organized? Is the voice good? Can you tell that you enjoy the writing? Word choice. Did you use some good words in your writing? Class, is word choice important?
Yeah. So people could understand what does that word mean and not use fake words.
Well, word choice is important because what else can we add to that? You need to
And
use,
also, what are you doing and what action?
yes, because when you choose the words make the writing more interesting. If you choose boring words, the writing will not be fun to read. Also, remember, when you use special words, the person, what is this called in writing? It's imagery, right? When you use special words, the person can imagine. They can see in real life you're writing. When you're writing something, you want You want to give someone imagery. You want to, because you want them to imagine in real life, right? So if you want to write this down, class, very important to have the imagery, okay? Or else your writing is boring.
Visualization is like imagery.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Very good, very important. Both of them, same. Now, the next part is sentence fluency. You have too many short sentences. That's not good in writing. You don't want to have a short sentence, but you don't want to have a long sentence. What is the sentence called when it doesn't stop? Do you know this?
Run on
Go
sentence.
on sentence.
Yes.
Run
Run.
on sentence.
Why is that bad? Why is run-on sentence bad?
So
Because
when
if you put a
it
period,
never stops.
because if you don't put a period, that means well, they keep on reading and reading and reading and reading, and then they don't have breath. So if you put a period, they will have they won't run out of breath very easily.
Yes. You know, for example, run-on sentence, I'll give you a funny example. You can, because run-on sentences are not just writing. You can have it with talking. My name is Joanne and I'm from Toronto City, Canada, and I really enjoy reading and I really enjoy writing and I enjoy going to school and I really like to have many friends and I really, really, really like to have lots of fun. Who can give me a funny example? Who wants to make a funny example for run-on sentence?
Can I?
Yeah, go, go, go. Go funny sentence, go.
Um, I have a big sister at home, and she always cries, and I don't know how to stop her. And then, like, I always do this to take care of her, and then I always do that, and this, and that, and this, and that, and this, but it never works.
That's can you imagine writing this down? What you just said? Can you imagine writing this down? And oh my gosh, we'll be so crazy, right? Who can do another funny example for teachers?
Me.
Yes. Okay. The girl with the cats in the background. Let me hear this one. And what's your name, honey?
I'm Janet.
Okay. Excellent. Let's hear this.
There was a bird in my background. I never liked it, so I threw it in the backyard and then it flew away. I was feeding some seed to my dog and then he ate it all. The birds were jealous.
Ah, that's beautiful. You know that just because it's run-on sentence doesn't mean you have to say it fast. It can be a slow run-on sentence. It could be, and then I decided to go to the lake, and after the lake, I went to the school, and at the school, I ate some chicken, and then in the right? It doesn't have to be fast. Run-on sentence can be slow, right? Just like the student did now with the cats. She did a beautiful job. Anyone else? One more person want to do a funny run-on sentence? Okay, the girl who put her hand up, yes?
I have a cat, and this is all she does. She sleeps and she snores and she purrs and she eats and she plays and she goes outside, and then she goes to the litter box, and this is all she does: sleep, sleep, eat, eat. She rarely plays, and this is literally all she does. She sleeps in her tree or in the basement or upstairs.
Ah, amazing. But do you see how horrible it is for the person who's listening to hear this long run-on sentence? The person's like, now let's do an
What is she
example.
talking about? It's like so long.
Yeah, it's funny,
They
right?
can't even remember anything. They don't have time to remember.
Yeah, it's like, what is she talking about? Like, what is this about? Is
She's
it about
talking about her cat or a chicken.
So funny. And class, what's another thing? Short sentences. Why are short sentences bad?
Because they're just too short, and then then you keep on having to stop and then stop again and then stop again, and then when you just keep on talking, there's only a tiny bit of detail.
Mm-hmm. So give me an example. I'll give you an
Don't
example
say
first. So
Can I
enough information to tell.
can I make a short, funny one?
yes, give me a short, funny example of a sentence.
I have a bird. All my birds do is sleep and eat.
most of the time they're boring. Only sometimes we take them out and we try to teach them tricks, but they only go for the seeds.
It's very good, but I like your sentences. I don't think they were too short.
Can I do one?
I like your sentences. Try even shorter. Yes, someone else try. Short sentences are very short. There's no explanation. It's like, I have a chair. That's it. That's the sentence. I have a chair. You know?
Okay.
What kind of chair? Is it blue? Is it black? Is it big? Is it small? Where is the chair? Just, I have a chair.
I
So who's
have
gonna make
one
one?
more.
Tell me.
Okay.
Tell me.
我不想打开 camera。
Okay, 都快要 finish 了。7
Can
点
I
了。
Oh, who's talking in the background, class? Too loud? Someone's talking? No talking?
can
please?
I try
Yes,
one
try.
more
Yes.
time?
Try.
I have a cat. It jumped out of the window.
Even just, I have a cat. Just, I have a cat is a short sentence. You don't need to say more. Just, I have a cat.
Can I do one?
Yeah, because the person will ask you, how big is the
But
cat? Where
but really the cat, real cat, really jumped out of a window.
Oh, that's so, is the cat okay? It died?
It'll probably be fine though. I have a
It's-
friend and her cat fell down from the top floor to the bottom floor.
It's dead.
Oof.
So sad. I mean, sometimes the cats will live, but if it's very high up, I think they will die. I don't think they can jump very high. I don't know.
Can I do one?
Yes, give me a short sentence. Yes.
What are you doing? Can you help me?
So can you help me? Just like this is a short sentence, because the person will say, what do you mean? Are you okay? What help do you need? How can I help you? What happened to you? Right? They're missing information. Right? Even in text messages are a good example of short sentences. Like, what's up? Right?
That's what I always do, or else sometimes I do. I always put hi.
And if you reply like this, I'm good, like, don't, this is, the person doesn't know, are you sure you're okay? Like, you can say, I am great. Today, I played some games. Or you can say, I played some video games, to be even more specific, right? Because someone will say, what games? Did you play dancing games, board games? What kind of games did you play, right? So class, please don't do short sentences. No short sentences. And no long sentences, right? Because I don't want to fall asleep in your story. You know? But no short sentence. Imagine a story is like this. Hello, I am Sam. I am 10. I like cats. I like walks. I am tall. I am fun. What kind of story is this? Terrible. First of all, there's no...
Is this a poem?
No, just a story. It's a very bad story because there's no details. There's no long sentences. The sentences are too short.
No capitals either.
No punctuation.
And Sam, the S should have a capital because it's a person's name.
And the
So should I.
And
And hello. And I again. And another I.
There's too much eyes. Like, it
Yeah.
keeps on repeating the sentence over and over again. It's so boring.
It's an I explosion.
And there's two together repeating words. Like and like, am and am.
See, do you see?
If I
why?
read this over and over again, I would totally get so bored.
Am.
Right? So you're writing, you need to be so careful. Some writing is like this, for real. This can be real writing. And some people write like this. So short, the sentences, so boring, no details, no punctuation, no capitals, no transition sentences. It's horrible. But some people write like this. So please, can you make sure your writing will not be like this?
I used to write like that, but now I don't write like that.
I literally wrote it in the chat on purpose.
Yeah, it's funny, right? Because no one will write like this, right? Okay.
I used to never add spaces when I write.
Okay. And you know, when you're learning, you're always learning, right? So that's okay. As long as you correct your mistakes. And when you're writing, you can correct your mistakes in a different color, right? You don't need to correct in the same color.
You can remember your mistakes.
Yes. And you can have your friends look at your work. Because why is it good to have your friends edit your work? What do you think? Because you're lazy, you don't want to edit it? Or there's a better reason why you give it to your friends to edit?
Because you can because your friends can see from their way, and they can be the people who are reading your book, and they will help you edit your book.
Mm-hmm. Because they can see things from their perspective, right? You
Yeah.
and your friends, you don't have the same ideas, right? Your friends might have different ideas from you, right?
Because there's something called opinion.
Yeah.
Yes. And should you be mad at your friends when they edit your work
No.
No.
or upset?
No.
No, not at all.
You.
Oh, because they're helping you, right? They're not being mean to you. They're helping you,
They're not gonna tear your page off or something.
right? And you don't want your friends to look at your work and say, "Oh, it's perfect, 100%, A plus," because you want them to make corrections. Yes.
And what if your friend just takes a look at the cover and says it's perfectly so good, 100% good, but when you flip into it, nearly 90% of your words are wrong.
Yes. And that's not a good friend, right? A good friend will tell you you're wrong, and a good friend will help you fix your work. A bad friend will tell you it's perfect and they will not
Yeah.
help you. Okay. So don't be mad at your friend if your friend says, "Oh, I found many, 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 many mistakes." You can say, "Thank you. Thank you for your help." Okay. So, very important to remember these things. Okay. Also, when you're writing, you need to use good sentence fluency. So that means the sentences need to flow, not short sentences, they need to flow. Okay? You can't talk about a truck and then all of a sudden start talking about, a window. Like it needs to connect. The sentences need to connect. They need to flow. They need to flow nicely. Right? They need to flow nicely.
When me and my sister always talk, we like move from subject to subject, for random reasons because it's either me or her that does it.
Yeah, that's
Like first we talk about school, and then the wind, and then how it's gonna be like outside, and then a chair, and then an outlet, and then a window, and then upstairs, and then a shelf, and then a door, and then back to the chair.
that's funny. And nothing's wrong with that when you're talking, right? It doesn't matter when you're talking. But when you're writing, can you imagine writing like that? Someone will be like, "What's this writing? Why? What? What? They're talking about the truck, then about the window, now about the dog, now about the kid. Now it's a kid. First we're talking about Canada, now we're talking about Russia. Like what? You know? So flow. As with writing, make sure it flows. Okay? Make sure it flows nicely too, and use transition words. Remember, when you're not using transition words in your writing seems very like confusing and not good, right? You want your writing to look perfect. And the last thing is conventions. So conventions is like all the different ways to edit, okay? And you can look at if the student has edited their work. Because some students, I'm telling you, they will not edit their work. Maybe they're lazy, maybe they're tired, maybe they don't edit well. I don't know. But make sure you edit your work. Please, please. If we learned something important today, we learned to edit our work. So it's exactly 7 o'clock. Our class is finished. I hope we can do many happy classes together. I think you students are very smart, and I think you're very nice and fun. Teacher had a fun lesson with you. So my name is Joanne. Okay, so you can remember, and I will see you, I hope so, next time. Please review what we learned today. Okay? And in other classes, I'll have some homework. It won't be a lot of homework, but it'll be thinking homework because I like to talk in classes and discuss. Okay? So I'll see you next time, class. All right?
Bye, Joanne.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a happy day. See you next time. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, class.